Hey everyone, Andrew here with Fry Creative. Today I want to talk about something really powerful: how to become the first business that people think of in your industry. So the problem today is we have an overload of options available. For example, say a homeowner was looking to hire a landscaper. They'd do a search on Google and it would come up with at least 10 to 20 options in a 5-mile radius of wherever they live. That would be overwhelming. And other platforms will give similar results. Here's the interesting part. When people are faced with that many options, they usually don't carefully compare all of them. When a need comes up, people prefer to go with a business that already feels familiar. So the business that people remember first usually is the one that they choose. Most small businesses think that they need better ads, better pricing, or a better offer. But one of the biggest difference makers is simply figuring out how to be remembered. Businesses are competing for mental real estate, and people don't always hire the best business. They hire the one that they know about and have some level of trust with. Think about your own habits. You trust what feels familiar. The restaurant you've seen online a few times, the contractor whose videos keep popping up, the brand that you feel like you know, even if you've never met them and maybe don't even know about their actual work. That's not random, it's psychology. The more someone sees you, the more they trust you. Here's where a lot of small businesses struggle. They're inconsistent with building top-of-mind strategies, or they only work on them when business is slow. They don't show the people behind their brand, and they don't educate their audience. So what actual strategies work that help you to stay top of mind? There are some tried and true methods that absolutely work. In-person events. Showing up where your customers already are builds relationships with them, and it builds credibility fast. Being consistently present in local business circles keeps your business name circulating even when you're not in the room. Cold calling or door knocking. Direct outreach creates immediate awareness and puts your business in front of people who may not have even known that you had existed. Follow-up texting. Staying in touch after the first interaction reinforces familiarity and can keep the conversations from going cold. Or even DMs on social media. One-on-one conversations help build personal connection, and it keeps your brand from feeling distant or anonymous. So all of these methods help to build familiarity. All of them can help you stay visible, and they all work when done consistently. But the challenge for most business owners isn't knowing what works. It's figuring out how to stay visible without having to rely on constant one-to-one outreach. Because when you're inconsistent with these things, they stop working for you. This is where consistent video content becomes such a powerful leverage tool. Hiring a videographer and editor doesn't just give you better content, it gives you time back. And instead of constantly chasing attention, one conversation at a time, your content works for you every day, even when you're busy serving your clients. Just one shoot can turn into weeks of visibility. If you're considering bringing in help in this area, here's what matters. Someone who understands not just cameras and lenses, but the ins and outs of running a small business. Someone who can help you communicate clearly and not just achieving a cinematic look. And this should go without saying, but someone who can show up consistently. I hear stories all the time about videographers that wouldn't even follow up or show up to shoots that were already scheduled. And lastly, someone who can think strategically about content, not just about making individual videos. Because your goal shouldn't be to just make videos. The goal is to stay top of mind without adding more to your plate. And that's the power of pushing out consistent content. If you want to be the first name that people think of, you must show up consistently. Not once a month, but consistently. And it doesn't have to be complicated. So some of you are probably asking, well, what kind of content can I shoot? There are some simple questions that we can ask ourselves that will stimulate some good ideas of content to capture. Here's just a few. What are current customers asking me on a regular basis? What do I wish people understood before hiring my business? What are some common mistakes in my industry? Building out even simple videos that address these topics will add up. They build familiarity, trust, and recognition. Another thing, people trust people, not logos. A lot of businesses hide behind graphics, AI video content, and stock photos. But showing real faces is a huge advantage, and it's authentic. When you show up on camera and explain what you do clearly and simply, you immediately separate yourself from all of the competitors who aren't doing that. And that would be most small businesses. When you show up consistently over time, people start to recognize you. They begin to feel like they know you, and you start to become the perceived authority in your space. And when the time comes when they need what you offer, you'll be the first one that comes to mind. So in conclusion, if you want to start building a strategy to become top of mind, show up, educate, and be consistent. Because becoming top of mind doesn't just happen. It isn't just luck. It's a strategy, and any business can do it. Thanks for watching. And if you need some help creating consistent content that helps to keep your business memorable, I'd love to chat.